In 2026, most people think the world's richest man got lucky, but the truth is much more dangerous. While you were sleeping, Bernard Arnault was quietly buying up the last 500 years of French history to create a $200 billion monopoly on human vanity. They call him the Wolf in Kashmir for a reason. He doesn't just sell products, he captures empires. If you want to know how he turned a bankrupt textile mill into a global fortress while others were losing everything, you need to listen closely. In 2026, while the world chases volatile tech stocks and get-rich-quick schemes, one man has quietly built an empire that grows every time someone feels the need to feel important. Bernard Arnault is the wealthiest individual on the planet, but he didn't reach the top by inventing a new gadget or a social network. He reached it by weaponizing human desire. He is a predator who specializes in hostile takeovers of heritage brands, turning dying fashion houses into global cash machines. Today, we aren't just looking at the yachts or the private islands. We are breaking down the exact business architecture behind the LVMH empire. We're exploring how he turned a $15 million investment into $211 billion, and the practical wealth building lessons you can apply to your own portfolio today. I'm RKB, and this is the Masterclass in Elite Entrepreneurship. To understand the strategy, you have to look at his first move. In 1984, Arnault wasn't a fashion icon. He was a construction heir with a cold eye for math. He saw a bankrupt textile company called Boussac that the French government was desperate to save. Arnault promised to revive it, but he had a secret motive. Hidden inside that failing company was a tiny, struggling brand called Christian Dior. As soon as the deal closed, Arnault stripped the company. He fired 9,000 employees and sold off almost every asset. He kept only Dior. He used the junk to fund the jewel. High-level wealth isn't created by building from scratch. It's created by identifying mispriced assets. Arnault found a diamond covered in dirt, threw away the dirt, and kept the diamond? Why is the luxury niche the holy grail for creators and investors? It's because of the Veblen effect. In almost every other industry, when the price goes up, demand goes down. In luxury, when the price goes up, the product becomes more desirable. Arnault's strategy today is built on vertical integration. He doesn't just sell the bag. He owns the tanneries that provide the leather, the factories that sew the seams, and the prime real estate on the Champs-Élysées where the bag is sold. By controlling the entire supply chain, he captures every single cent of profit. He currently oversees 75 star brands. His rule is simple. Every brand must have a history that cannot be bought and a profit margin that cannot be beaten. This is how you build a recession-proof business. When the economy dips, the middle class stops spending. But Arnault's customers, the ultra-wealthy, simply buy more. But even the Wolf gets bitten. In the late 90s, Arnault tried to secretly buy Gucci through a creeping takeover, buying small percentages of stock until he could seize control. But he moved too fast. Gucci's management saw him coming, sued him, and eventually escaped to a rival group. Arnault lost the battle, but he won the war. He walked away with a $700 million profit from the shares he sold. The lesson is simple. Even a failed deal should be structured so that you get paid. Never enter a high-stakes investment without an exit strategy that covers your downside. So, how do you apply this in 2026? You don't need billions, but you do need the mindset. First, focus on pricing power. If your business or skill is a commodity where you have to compete on being the cheapest, you will always be poor. Find a way to be the only one who does what you do. Second, acquire, don't build. Most people waste years trying to start something new. The elite look for things that already work but are being managed poorly. They buy the cash flow and optimize the system. Third, the long horizon. Arnault famously said he doesn't care about next quarter's results. He cares if Louis Vuitton will still be relevant in 100 years. Wealth is built in decades, not days. Bernard Arnault didn't become the king of luxury because he loved fashion. He became the king because he understood that while products change, human vanity is eternal. He built a system that profits from the very top of the social pyramid. If you found value in this breakdown of elite strategy, make sure to like this video. We're moving past the surface level of wealth to show you the gears that move the world. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world's most powerful portfolios. Check out the video on your screen now for more on how the elite are positioning their money this year. I'll see you in the next one.